Today we will discuss the first use case, okay, for IAM. Use case, or we can do like this, IAM. Who can say the full form of IAM? Mudassir? So we are here to the first use case, okay? So I am here with the first use case. Just just try to have certain understanding while I was while I am writing the use case, okay? Just try to understand each word and try to make an analysis, okay? My client XYZ my client XYZ wants to administrator wants to administrate their their technical engineers as follows as follows okay. There is a client XYZ, okay. Now that client wants to administrate their technical engineers in certain manner, okay. Now they have certain constraint. They have they have a team. They have a team such as developer, then database, then we can say database admin, okay, then linux admin, okay, and storage admin, okay. And the next point is all the team should be in two levels. All the team should be in two levels. Okay, two levels like L1 and L2. Now you will ask me, what is L1 and what is L2? Okay, what is L1 and what is L2? Specifically, if I will say there is a team, okay, specifically if I will say there is a team who used to do the monitoring, okay. The people who used to do monitoring, they comes under the L1 category. Are you getting my point? The people who do the monitoring of certain services, I don't know, whatever XYZ thing, they comes under L1 services. Now what is L2? L2 services is that services where the first troubleshooting activity will be done, or the guy who is responsible to take care of the ticket, whatever he or she is getting, he or she is the first point of contact Remember POC, point of contact. So L2 guy, he or she is a member, or he or she is the first point of contact for doing the troubleshoot. Once the L1 team is getting certain alert, while maintaining the monitoring activity, after the creation of a ticket. Did you get my point? What I want to say? See here, see here. This is L1. Suppose this is L1. I will discuss this. What is this? And this is the guy L2. This is the guy L2. Okay. Now let me draw a little bit. L1, L2, or L3, whatever. Okay. Now let me have some user logos. So there are people, there are couple of people who will be there to do this monitoring. Okay. To do this monitoring. So what I can categorize, how I can categorize this, the people who used to do the monitoring, they comes under L1. L1 monitoring. Is it clear up to now? Once they are doing monitoring of any, yeah.
Sorry, I have one more question here.
Mhm.
So the L1 is the first point of contact user, right? So if
No,
user have
no, no,
any issue, so they call
no,
to the service desk.
no. L1 do not get the exposure of talking with the user. L1 is not getting any sort of information from the user. This team is totally dedicated to the monitoring. They have the monitoring tools. This L1 guy has the monitoring tools. Okay. And they have assigned certain services. They have assigned certain services. And if they get alert, again, the alert is of two types: warning and critical. Warning and critical. If the warning level is low, then if the warning level is warning, then the priority level of the ticket which they will create is low. If the alert is critical, the priority level of the ticket will be high. Okay. So what will happen here? These people are watching, monitoring a service, and if any alert comes in, depend on the alert category, what they will do, they will create a ticket. What they will do, they will create a ticket. And ticket creation is done in two places. One is ServiceNow, One is ServiceNow, another is Jira. One is ServiceNow, another is Jira. Is it clear? Now, once the ticket is done, okay, the user also get a confirmation that yes, the alert has been raised, the alert was popped up, and the monitoring team has taken care, because everything is happening in a mail thread. There will be a mail thread going on for each alert, each alert. Now, just listen this terminology. It will make you acquainted. It will make you feel that you are working in a company now. Okay. Now, this guy who has created the, who has seen this alert, best depend on the criticality of the warning state, or depend on the warning state, the ticket creation will be there. Like the ticket creation will be having a priority level of low or high. Okay, but it doesn't matter for us. Now, once the ticket is created, what will happen? The L2 guy, the L2 guy is the first POC means point of contact. L2 guy is the first POC who will do the troubleshoot. And as Jesse point out, that who will be the first point of contact for the from the user perspective, who will be the first point of contact from the user perspective, your answer should be the L2 guy. User will do the communication with them. User communication with these people only. Okay. Again, if they fail to do the analysis, because there is a lot of chance of getting cleared out in this point, or there is a chance that here also they cannot solve the problem. Okay, because why they cannot solve the problem? There is the reason should not be that they cannot do, because they have a constraint. Cons- they have a limitation. I can say of access limitation of access, because P2 team has limited access of execution of the things in certain small area perspective. If they do have the scope to solve the problem, they will do it, or else they will send it to the L4 team. What they will do? They will send it to the L4 team. Sorry, first L3 team. They will send it to the L3 team. Okay. Now, now L3, that means L2 failed to solve the problem. Now L3 is the second POC. Now L3 is the second POC. Again they will do the troubleshooting, but here also there is certain limitation, that they have also certain limited access. Here also there is certain limited access, but more access than L3, L2. They are second POC, and they will do the troubleshoot activity also, and access more than L2, more than L2, than L2. If also here they cannot solve the issue, the last point of contact, is L4, who has all the access, L4 has all the access of for the environment. So they can, if these L2 and L3 people cannot do the troubleshooting, if they cannot do the troubleshooting for the specific activity, so what they can do, they can communicate with whom? They can communicate with the L14. So the circulation of ticket, do you understand clearly? Circulation of ticket, do you understand clearly now? Or any doubt? Is it clear by everyone, or do anyone has any specific doubt?
Yeah, it's all clear.
I want confirmation from each of you. So what I can say, what I can say, the basic workflow of the ticket starting from starting from the creation state to resolve state. Is it clear? And again, I will say ticket creation, ticket creation depends on the alert priority. If alert is alert is warning, ticket priority is low. If alert is critical, ticket is high. Is it clear? Is it clear for everyone?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So now we will come to our use case. Now we will come to our use case. Sorry. Now, who can make me understand what this use case wants to say? Who can say me what this use case wants to say? Anyone who wants to try their luck?
So the client raise it. Can I?
Yeah, sure, sure.
So the client raise a ticket to give a administrative access to their technical team.
Mm-hmm.
So they explain the team like they have a developers, database admin, Linux admin, and admin storage team.
Okay.
So they want the access on these. Each team have their own level access, like the in developer team. So they want the all developer access to these team,
Mm-hmm.
and the Linux admin, they need they want the access for the Linux and security things for the
Okay.
Linux team, and the storage, all database and all these things. They want the access for that teams.
Okay. Very good try. Anyone want to have a try? Anyone else, please? You are really welcome. Pawan, Pawan,
Sir,
yeah. Did you understand anything from here? What the client requirement is there? See, there is a XYZ client who want to maintain a administrate to their engineer. That means he wants to give certain access to the engineer, and their engineering team is categorized such like this: developer. Okay, first is developer, then second is database admin. Okay, third is Linux, Linux admin, and fourth is storage admin. Storage admin. Now, what is there? They have a team of developer, database admin, Linux admin, and storage admin. Okay, and each of them should be in two levels like L1 and L2. Each of the teams should be in two levels like L1 and L2. Are you getting my point? Now, what is the first point of thing? See what he has said. Now, I will categorize this developer into L1 and L2 and I will do. But what is the first thing I have to look for? What is the first thing I have to look for? What is the first thing I have to look for? Jesse, can you try?
Yeah. So the so the levels like which is like the request for the L3 level. So
No,
give the
no,
administrative level. Okay.
no. First of all, what we have to decide? First of all, we have to decide that these developer, the people who are in developer, what resource we will like to give them? What are the permission they require? Okay, so in our mind, whenever we are doing any access, whenever we are doing any sort of work, four things should come in our mind first. What are those four things? What are those four things? First is user, second is policy, third is group, fourth is role. So these four things actually we should remember in our back set of our mind. Okay. Now you will say me, yes, I understand, but how you will say that why user? Oh, sorry. Why user? See what he has said. What he has said. What he has said. What he has said here. Now he wants to administrate and he has this developer. Now this developer should get assigned to certain resource. Now today you will come to know some of the resource which is most predominantly it used to work like developer they used to work on. Am I audible, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Developer works on Lambda, cloud formation, Lambda and cloud formation. Then database admin will come into the picture. They do work in RDS. RDS is called Relational Database Service. And there is a term DynamoDB. DynamoDB. So these are the two services which is we are categorizing for database people. Database means storage and means who are keeping the backup type. Then Linux admin, they require the most popular service in AWS, which is called as EC2 and VPC. And the storage admin is having the permission for S3 and certain like Glacier and all. So we have decided the resource. These are the users. Okay, these are the users. Okay, these are the users and these are the resources which users require. User required. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Now,
Prateek.
sorry, anyone has any doubt?
No, no.
Okay. Now what we are going to do? Now what we are going to do, see. Now we will categorize. Now we will categorize. He has not said about L3 and L4. So we will not look for L3 and L4. Now what we will categorize? We'll categorize like this. Suppose developer is there. Okay. This is developer. DEVEL. This is developer. Okay. Developer and first group is L1. And why we are giving the L1 access? What is the requirement of L1 access? I want to give. Can anyone say what sort of permission L1 must require? L1 must require. They are doing the monitoring. They are doing the monitoring. So which policy they would prefer to have? Or what sort of permission they would like to have? The permission is read-only permission. The permission is read-only permission. Next. Developer L2 team. Developer L2 team. Now for them, which permission do you think? For them, which permission do you think?
Creation and modification.
Great. Read as well as write permission. Read as well as write permission. Is it clear? Now, the second one is database admin. DB admin L1. DB admin L1 who is having read only permission. Read only permission. Similarly, DB admin L2. DB admin L2, they have read as well as write permission. Then next is Linux admin. Linux admin L1, they have read only permission. Now Linux admin L2, they have read as well as write permission. And the last is storage admin. Storage admin L1, which is having read only permission, and storage admin L2, which is having read as well as write permission. Is it clear up to now? Is it clear, guys? Now, who will say me how we will do, how we will approach this? How we will approach this? How we are going to approach this?
Policy.
Let's go to our AWS account. Let's go to the AWS account. Let's go to IAM. Now, what I will do first, I will create a group first. Okay. I will create a group called as Linux admin L1. I have created a group called Linux admin L1, and what I want, what are the resource like EC2 I have. I have EC2. I will give EC2 read only access. What I will give? EC2 read only access. Okay. Then I will create a group. Then I will create a group. Linux admin L1. Again, what I have to do? I will categorize as Linux admin L2, and here EC2 support. For this, what are the action I can give? You can give EC2 instance connect, and you can give EC2 instance read only, and you can give CloudWatch access, like so that he can, so through CloudWatch he can do the monitoring. Through EC2 instance connect, he will be able to log in into the EC2 instance and can do the work, and he can see all sort of EC2 instances. Okay, so then I will go to the create group. Okay, now I have created like this. Okay, now I will go, now I will go and I will create a user called as Sai. This I want to create specific IAM role, custom password, next, and I want to give Sai the Linux admin permission. I will go next. I will create a user. I will create a user. If you want to download, you can download, otherwise, no issue. But it is mandatory to download to keep the credentials and all. Again, I want to create one more user. Again, I want to create one more user. Suppose I will create like Sangs. Then what I will do? I will go for IAM create user. Everything same. Next. Then I want to assign to the Linux admin 2. Next. And create user. So is it clear up to now? What three things we have concentrated here? What three things we have concentrated here? Can anyone say me? What are the three things we are concentrating here? Number one. Number one. Number one is user. Number one is user. Okay. Number one is user. We wants to create user who are getting onboarded. Who are getting onboarded as a cloud engineer. As a cloud engineer, what you have to do? What you have to do? Now you have to maintain the record of what you have to do. You have to maintain the record of I'll do here. See the user who is getting onboarded, users or new joiner will get onboarded. What they will do? They will ask. They need access. They need access. Okay. And the cloud engineer or the solution architect what he will do, he will provide the access. He is responsible to provide the access. So the client will say to a cloud engineer that this use case will come into the picture. Now I want to categorize the group. I want to categorize the group on terms of L1 and L2. You have to attach the policy of read only or read as well as write permission. Then you need to add the users into the group. Is it clear up to now? Is it clear up to now? Do you means anywhere you didn't understand? Sai,
Yes, Pritesh.
are you getting the point?
Yeah, yes.
See, I'll just do a recap. Because we are done with this. So the first use case or the first kind of ticket as a cloud engineer in security. See this identify access management comes under the security perspective. Okay. Comes under the security perspective. So you have to be very specific. So see what happens now. Whenever there is a ticket comes in, means the ticket can come like this. that the client requirement is there. You have to create a team such as XYZ, whatever it has, and you have to assign that team certain specific roles. Okay, certain specific role, and post that you have to add the users. So he has given, as of now, here what we have given, as of now, what we have given. Now we have been given that developer, database admin, Linux admin, and storage admin. These four groups should be there, or these four categories should be there. Now we must able to understand what are the resource they need to implement, or which are the resource they are going to work in. Like developer, they are going to work in the they are going to work in the Lambda or Cloud Formation. Like database admin, they will work in the RDS or DynamoDB. Like Linux admin, they will work in the EC2 or VPC. Or storage admin, they will work in the S3 or Glacier. So these perspectives should come in your mind. These perspectives should come in your mind that yes, I need to understand, I need to have a clarity of resource that these people are going to utilize, that these people are going to use. Are you getting my point? Is it clear up to now? So what will be your task for today? What will be your task for today? What do you think? You have to create these 8 group. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and you have to attach each permission, read level permission as well as write level permission. Read as well as write level permission to different category. Post this, you have to add 5 member each inside the group. That means how many member you will create? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 into 5, 40 members. Okay. 8 into 5, 40 members. And 8 groups. Homework I am giving here. Homework. Homework is do the following activity as above. But thing is that 40 user should be there. 40 users should be there, and 8 group you should create, and you have to provide the read and write access. You have to provide the read and write access. Is it clear? Is it clear? I want a confirmation from everyone.
Yep.
Great. So what I will do now, I'm stopping sharing this recording and I will share this file with you now. Okay. I will share the file with you. Just give me a moment. So the first one I have given. Okay. Now you have to start doing. You have to start doing the work. Okay. You have to start doing the work. And if in case you didn't understand any concept, please get back to me. If there any doubt you have, any single doubt you do have, please get back to me and see whatever the whatever thing we have dealt, means whatever thing we have done till now, it is a real time oriented approach. Okay, so you have to be very specific while you are doing this work. Okay, so I will suggest you to just go through this concept again, just watch the video again. Okay, and if you do have any sort of doubt, please get back to me. See, the people will have certain doubt on this concept, like why we are using this L1, why we are giving only read only permission, what is why we are giving the read and write permission. But nobody asks. But still, I will say, see, this guy is doing the monitoring. Okay, this guy is doing the monitoring. So, if monitoring means he or she is keeping only the means he or she is keeping, like how I can say, they are not doing any sort of modification in that act, means in the monitoring activity. They are only keeping a eye, means they are only keeping their eye on that alert, on that specific services. Are you getting it? So they are not focusing on doing any modification in that service. Where their work is just to check out the whether the alert is there or not. Once if the alert is there, they will categorize that alert. If the alert is sorry, if the alert is which kind of priority, like it is a warning category or it is critical category. And again, this cloud engineer only will consider the situation, how to give that categorization thing. Like he will say, he will give the alert should come minimum 30 minutes. It should be there in the cluster for 30 minutes. Then only it will become critical. There will be certain policy, but as a cloud, as of now, those people, those who are the developers, cloud developers, they will do the work. But as a normal solution architect, as a practitioner, a cloud practitioner, you do not need to do all this work like categorization of alerts. Okay, that is the higher concern things. But for you, your only thing is that whether you are understanding that which sort of permission we would like to give to the L1 team. That should be our motto. Okay, and L2 team, why I am giving the right permission? Because I want those people, because they are the first POC means point of contact. As they are the first POC, so they have the liberty to do certain modification. They has the liberty to do certain modification in that alert. Means something, some alert comes in XYZ that X is missing. OMG, X is missing. Then where he will bring that X? So that guy who is L2, he will deep search where is X, where is X. So he will do some scratching, poking, something like that. So that means he or she is doing certain modification. So here read as well as write permission here giving. I would like to ask a question here. Do you think what kind of approach you will take for L4? What kind of approach you will take for L4? What sort of permission you will give to L4? Saswat or Vivek, can you answer? Which kind of policy I would like to give to L4? Because what I have said, these L4 guy will do all activity. There is no limit.
That's
Sorry?
nothing.
Which kind of access we will give?
Administrative.
Yes. Who said this? Jesse?
Yep.
Yeah. That means full access we have to give. That means full access we have to give.
For that access, I think we add L4 into all groups or create a new group for specific.
For that you have to create another group. How can you be inside this group? See, developer 1 has the group where the policy is different. Developer 2 is there where the policy is different. For L4 you have to specific, you have to be very specified, you have to create another group, and here you have to give the permission that it should be a full access. Clear? So please do the following homework, whatever I have given. Okay. You have to create 40 users, 8 groups. See, this is very easy. But doing maintaining that pace. See, suppose you are giving now 3 years of experience. Okay. 3 or 4 years of experience, and where you have said that I'm working from last 2 years in AWS. Okay, I'll say, please stop recording here. Please stop recording. Let me inform my team to stop doing recording, because some unofficial things I'm going to say. Sorry, guys.